It's time for Rebel Sports on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ. Rebel Sports is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Ready, Rich School District, Town of Randolph, Evanston Regional Hospital, Come On In, West Art Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, T7 Propane, Station on Main, Stacy's Repair, Ellingford Brothers, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, Jimmy John's, Dr. McKay Frankum, Crawford Trough, Woodruff Corner Store, Our Bakery, Mound Valley Cattle Company, and the town of Garden City.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome to all of our listeners and viewers tonight as we have got a great matchup ahead of us. This is currently, you're seeing the JV game between the Rich High Rebels and the North Summit Braves. And this is the annual Pink game tonight. Great fundraiser for breast cancer awareness. Well, it's a fundraiser for a local family as it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so, once again, this is the JV game that we've got on the screen here. But we've got a great pregame show for you. And this is an Ellingford Bros pregame show, and we are just thawed out from the football game outside. We're happy to be inside now, and looking forward to this matchup tonight. We're going to go to break here. When we come back, I was able to catch up with Dax Jolly. He's had a great season cross country, and we'll talk about that as our standout student segment begins right after the break. This is an Ellingford Brothers pregame show. Listening on 98.3 KADQ FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome to this week's Standout Student segment, and I am excited to interview Dax Jolly, a freshman at Rich High School. And Dax, you've got a big week ahead of you with cross country region. This will actually air after region's completed. We're on a Monday right now with region being tomorrow, and this will air before the football and volleyball games on Friday. But Dax, how are you feeling about cross country tomorrow?
I'm feeling pretty good about the race in general. Like, our team has a pretty good chance, and we have a lot of good runners. And like, with our four that will score being me, Scott Wakefield, Dylan Wasden, and Austin Vasquez, we'll probably have a pretty good chance at going to state and having a somewhat good chance at winning.
That's awesome. And Dax, I coached you in football at the junior high, and I know that you love basketball. Tell us about how you got into cross country. It seems like just over the last couple of years, you've started to really love it and excel in it. So how did that happen to where you started getting into cross country and long distance running?
So with Lisa being the coach, her being my aunt, it is really like, she's like pushed me since she figured out that I wasn't going to be playing football anymore. And then she was like, you should just come run cross country and like stay in shape for basketball. And then like having cross country has like helped me. It'll help me with basketball like during the season, and it just comes natural to me, and like I don't even know how.
Yeah. And a lot of long distance runners that I've talked to and read about, this is a thing that I've read about before, is it's a huge stress reliever to go on longer runs and release those endorphins and things like that. Do you feel that's something that happens with you, is running long distance helps with stress management of everything you have going on with school and sports and whatnot?
Yeah, it's helped me a lot, like with like just problems that like go through my life. I can just go for a run, since like all you really need is just shoes, and then like good shoes to run in, and then you can just go run. And like when you run, you mainly focus on like the running in general, and you don't really focus on like what's like happening other than that. And like I just think it's been like very helpful for me.
That's awesome. And Dax, let's shift a little bit into school. It's your first year of high school at Rich High School. How are things going so far? And I believe you're still in your first trimester. Which classes are you taking, and how are you enjoying this first year of high school?
It's been way fun. Like all the classes I'm taking is like geography, science, language arts, computer science, math, and then I go to Bridgerland for machine shop, and they've all been like way fun classes. Always having someone to talk to in classes, and like not having only freshmen in classes and having like older kids too. It's been just like a good experience in general.
Yeah, because I imagine the machine shop class you're with probably a handful of upperclassmen, correct?
Yeah, in that class, there's like 5 freshmen, 1 sophomore, and then like 6 seniors.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So you're able to mingle with some older kids, and that's great. Well, and Dax, each week when I do the standout student segment, I like to ask whoever I'm interviewing about a teacher that's had an impact on their life. And a lot of times it's seniors that I'm interviewing, so it's, who's had an impact on them the last 4 years of high school. But who's one that's had an impact on you so far this trimester? Or you can give a shout out to a junior high teacher that you had the last 3 years. Just give me a teacher that has had an impact on your life so far.
A teacher that's had an impact on my life is Mrs. Brown. She was like always like way nice to me, even though her class was hard. She always like tried to help me in my classes, and like always made time to go to like a personal level and like ask like how people are doing. And like she like always was like just such a good person, and like she's helped me through like a lot of the stuff that I've gone through in my life.
That's a great shout out, Dax. And it's funny you say that, because I noticed when, let's see, it would have been the Tabiona volleyball game at home last week. Mrs. Brown was actually sitting just a few rows in front of where we were set up at. And so many high school students came over and, gave her a hug, came and talked to her. And she does have the reputation for having tough classes. And to see that many students want to go and talk to her and reminisce just shows how great of a teacher she was and the impact she had on you guys. Well, Dax, we're going to wrap up, and good luck tomorrow, and good. When is state? Is state next week, or is it a 2-week break before state?
It's in 2 weeks. So it's on October 29th, and we're going to Sugar House Park.
Cool. And you guys have already gone down and walked that, haven't you? Didn't you do that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, we went and walked it 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Cool. So you've got an idea of what's awaiting for you down there. Well, good luck, Dax, to you and all of your teammates with the cross-country team. You talked about your aunt earlier, and she, along with the other coaches, have done such a great job at building up the cross-country program. So good luck to you guys. And Dax, it's always fun to talk to you, bud, and we'll talk again soon.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and
Welcome back to our show. This is our Ellingford Brothers pregame show, and now it is time for our Where Are They Now segment. And I'm excited that we're doing live segments this week. We had Justice Lim in the football pregame show, and now I'm excited to have Jackie Keach here. Jackie, thanks for letting us pull you out of the crowd and be part of our pregame show today.
Thanks for asking, Bradley.
So Jackie, she was one of my favorite teachers growing up at the junior high, and she's still there and with additional other things, and I won't spoil everything that she's got going on right now. But Jackie, give our listeners an update on your life and what you have going on and about your family, just everything Jackie Keach right now.
Okay, well, since graduation, I attended Weber State University, where I majored in early childhood and elementary education, and then I was lucky enough to be hired back for a teacher at Rich School District, which I've loved. I had the opportunity to teach English language arts, as you mentioned, to our fabulous students for a long time, and now I get to work with the teachers as their instructional coach and help them meet their learning goals.
So what all goes into that of being an instructional coach? What does the day-to-day look like for you?
Every day is different, which is super fun. So I'll meet with teachers and we'll look at data or go over instructional classroom management goals that they have, or model lessons for them with things they want to improve on or learn better. So it's a lot of research and teaching, just in a little different way, and one-on-one with each teacher, meeting them where they're at and helping them get where they want to go. That is awesome.
That is so awesome. That's a position and definitely much needed for those teachers and that one-on-one time that they need. So, Jackie, you're going to hate that I'm asking you this, but what year did you graduate Rich High School?
So I graduated in 1996.
See, that wasn't bad. A lot of people give me crap when I ask them that. So, and who was the principal during your time at Rich High School?
Coach Holmes was.
Awesome. So, and we've mentioned him a couple times already today with it being North Summit on the schedule. And so talk to me about some of the highlights of your time at Rich High School during those 4 years you were here.
Oh, lots of fun during homecoming, bonfires, hanging out. My favorite thing was probably high school rodeo. I had the opportunity to compete with the high school rodeo team, and that was fabulous.
That's great. And we're sitting here in the gym, and I'm looking. There's definitely banners hung up from your era, both volleyball and football. So you were here during a very exciting time. I mean, the three-peat was right in its heyday when you were here during your time. And so a lot of rich history when you were here. And so one thing I like to ask everyone when they come on during this segment is, and I'm sure you had multiple, but who's a teacher that really had an impact on your life during your 4 years at Rich High School that you'd like to give a shout out to?
I'm probably going to give a a shout out to Mrs. Curl. She was our middle school principal and taught math, as she was also had that responsibility of principalship. But she was an amazing math teacher and worked hard to make sure we understood math. And during my college time, I would come back and she'd sit with me at my little brother's football games and tutor me in math.
And I remember her as well. She was the principal when I was in elementary at Southridge. Do you know where she's at now? I have not heard that name in quite a while.
Yeah,
what is she up to?
She's still at her home in Round Valley, and I bump into her once in a while.
So she's still in Rich County then?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, she's a great lady. She's nice. So, and Jack, you've now got kids that are in school, and I've had the opportunity to coach JD this fall, and he's a great kid. And Jolene's the same age as my son, and she's great. What's it like to graduate from here, but now not only to be working in the district and being involved, but to have your kids now in the Rich School District as well?
You know, it's amazing, and I love that they're here, and I have the opportunity to get to see them and to be with them and watch them wear the Rebel name. It's an amazing experience, and I love it.
Yeah, and I agree with you there. And so, Jackie, to close up, tonight's the pink game is what it's been coined, but it's a great fundraiser and a great thing to do during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This year it hits home for you and your family. Talk to us a little about, you don't have to go into crazy detail, but just what this game means for you and your family tonight.
This game means a lot of love and support for my sister. You know, I thought as I got ready today that it just has a whole new meaning, a whole new level. I've always appreciated that both schools come together and raise money for such a wonderful cause. But yeah, near and dear to my heart, and my sister's fighting hard and doing well and has lots of energy, and you'll see her out line judging tonight.
I'm sure we will, and it always feels that all is well when we get to see her and Tyler out there being line judges. And, you know, how special is it that, you know, we're all thinking about her tonight and that her two daughters are going to have a big impact on tonight's game. They're going to be out there a lot on the floor.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to watch them play together, and they do so well, especially when they're out there together because they can read each other.
Yep, it's been fun to watch those two play together along with the rest of these girls. And, Jackie, I got to say, I love your guys' family and the cheering section that you've always had over there, whether it's for these two we're going to see tonight, for Jack when he was here. I mean, you guys have had so many family members over the recent years, and it's been really fun just to have you guys over there and consistently being some of the best Rich High fans we have. So thanks for continuing to give back to Rich School District, and thanks for letting us catch up with you.
Well, thanks for asking, and go Rebels.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
I'm here with Coach Wasden during our pregame show, our coaches show. Coach Wasden, we have a lot to talk about after your very busy week last week, and Coach is actually on her way down to watch her son run at region cross country. So never a dull moment in your life, Coach.
No, there's usually not.
Well, that's great. And So, Coach, let's start with last Thursday with that big win against Tabiona at home. Coach, were you shocked that after a 5-set battle against them at Tabiona, we swept them at home?
I'm not sure I would say shocked, just because I've seen the progress. Like, the girls have progressed all season, and especially the last few weeks. So I was extremely glad, but I wouldn't say shocked.
Well, that's great. If you weren't shocked, that means we are in a great place right now. And it seems like the girls are definitely reaching that potential that you've known they've had all year long, and that was just a great game. And it sounds like there's the potential that we see Tabiona again down at state, correct?
Yes, that's what it is looking like so far.
Awesome. And so what did stick out to you that game? I mean, obviously, our girls played really well. What were some things that stuck out to you that you hope to carry with us the next couple of weeks?
I loved that even though they had a big crowd, which was wonderful, and they were a little nervous because it was the home. They were able to carry and actually had incredible passing, and then our hitting percentages were awesome. So some of those things were amazing. And to win games, you've got to be able to pass a ball and hit a ball over the net. So I was way proud of them for that.
Well, and I want to make note that in that first set, statistic that really stuck out, no service errors. And I feel like that's gotten so much better as the season's gone on. What's been going on to help that in practices?
We do a lot of serving things. But you're right. Like that first game was incredible. And I think it's a mindset for them when they go back there, just knowing that they're going to serve the ball in the court.
Yeah, and it was great. I mean, that Tabiona team, they showed up and you could tell they have a bunch of athletes, and for us to sweep them in front of the home crowd was just a really awesome thing to witness.
Yeah.
And so, Coach, then we went down to the Richfield tournament. Tell us because there was a lot of very, very tough competition down there with the 2A and 3A schools. What did you take away from that? What do you feel like the girls took away from it now as we head down to really getting close to the state tournament?
My big takeaway was we can play with any of those teams when we serve and pass and then hit the ball over the net. When we limit our errors, we're right in it with any of those teams. And when we had the chance to play Panguitch, it was a lot closer than I think our own girls even thought it would be. And we came back with the hope of and a knowledge that, you know what, we can go win state. We're contenders in this race.
That is awesome. And so is that the feeling that you got from the girls after that Panguitch game was, hey, we're a lot better than we even thought that we are. We can hang with them. We can hang with anyone. Do you feel like there's a lot of confidence right now with our girls?
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. And some things, Richfield's a tough tournament, but to come away from that knowing like we have 3 weeks and we're going to work on stuff and we're going to get better, because that's what we've done all season, was huge for us.
Well, hats off to you, Coach. It has been a roller coaster of a season for you, and I feel like you and the girls are just really clicking.
Let's make our schools better by voting for someone with skin in the game. Vote Nicholas Wallentine for District 1 School Board member in the upcoming Rich School District election. Paid for by Nicholas Wallentine.
I'm Hazel Wilson. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 1. I'm Ryan Smoot. I'm a freshman, and I am number 2. My name is Leah Peterson. I'm going to be a junior, and my number is number 3. I'm Hazel Scott. I'm a freshman, and my number is 4. I'm Molly Weston. I'm going to be a sophomore, and I'm number 5. Hi, I'm Tess Cornia. I'm a junior, and I'm number 6.
My name is Brindley Kirk, and I'm a freshman, and I am number 7.
I'm Dole Stringham. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 9.
I'm Tyler Pugmire. I'm going to be a junior, and I'm number 10.
I'm Cassie Argyle. I'm a senior, and I'm number 11.
I'm Jalen Lutz. I'm a sophomore, and I wear number 12.
I'm Chaisley Levitt. I'm a sophomore, and I'm number 13.
My name is Brindley Hatch. I'm a senior, and I'm number 14.
I'm Paige Smith. I'm a junior, and I'm number 15.
I'm Emery Thronock. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 17.
My name is Kara Hoffman. I'm a freshman, and my number is 19.
My name is Lida Taylor. I'm going to be a sophomore, and I wear number 20.
I'm Lexi Rao. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 21.
I'm Braylon Pugmire. I'll be a sophomore, and I'm number 22. Lacey McKinnon. I'm a sophomore, and my number is 23.
I'm Corey Stacy. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 27.
We are back live after the honoring of our colors, and we'll get this thing started, Rob. We've got a great matchup ahead of us with the visiting North Summit Braves, who come with a great volleyball team. This is going to be a tough ask of our girls, but based off of how our girls have played over the last month, they have the confidence to be able to take on a tough opponent like North Summit at home.
They do. I think one of the big keys is going to be some multiple attacks. Yeah, you're going to get some kills from Bray Pugmire and Leah Peterson, but I think it's going to be, you need Molly Weston and Chaisley Levitt to step up a little bit. If you look at North Summit, you've got three girls. Heartland Richards, who's a senior with 228 kills, sophomore Ellie Stevens with 289, and senior Hazelyn Murdoch with 219. When you've got three attacks like that, it's a deadly team, and I think you're going to need somebody else to step up for Rich, because they'll focus on the one, and you'll see a lot of blocks at the net.
Yeah, so North Summit, we didn't play them down at Richfield, but those that were down there were able to see them, and they are an impressive team. I'm sure they are one of the favorites to win 2A, and this is just a great matchup. This is the final matchup for the Lady Rebels before they head down to state in Richfield in 2 weeks. So this is a great matchup. It's going to be a fun night, and like I say, the Rebels at the beginning of the year, this would probably be a very momentous task for them. The Rebels from the past month, I think, are up for the task, and we've got a good one ahead of us. Once again, this is in honor of breast cancer awareness, with it being that month in October, and a great fundraiser we have going on here. Just a great tradition that's been going on with North Summit for the past few years. And so we are just getting ready to start here. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you to our sponsors for making this possible. And we've got a great student body as well ready to go, Rob.
Yeah, the boys didn't get a lot of action in the football game, so I guess they got a little bit of extra energy left.
They do have energy, at least a half of a football game worth of energy for sure. And so here we go, and it will start with, it looks like Hatch is going to be back at the service line to start things off. How great would it be to go on a run to start things here and get a bit of a space before we give the ball back to North Summit.
And that'll be another key, Bradley, is you cannot let North Summit get 4, 5, 6-point runs. Those have got to be held in check. So whether that's with a timeout or something.
Yep, and Rob, full gym tonight. North Summit,
absolutely.
A lot of fans, a lot of Rich fans, and here we go. And North Summit is going to go right away to setting up number 10, Hazelyn Murdoch, and that is blocked by the Rebels. And now is the Rebels' turn to try to get it back over. Pugmire tosses it back over, and it is set up for, that was for number 7, Heartland Richens, and we've already talked about Heartland Richens and Hazelyn Murdoch. We'll hear their names a lot tonight and say their names a lot. But Hatch, after the Rebels score that first point, will serve again over across to the Braves. Another great serve, but the Braves do get on the board here as the Rebels did their best to keep that afloat, but it did hit the floor.
That was just a lucky dig.
Yes, for sure. And it looks like Heartland Richens will be back to serve across to the Rebels. Just clears the net. Good pass by Weston, up to Peterson, across by Cornea, and now Richens will hit it down. Good block by the Rebels front. Cornea outside to Weston, and we hoped that would go out of bounds, but it does stay in bounds off that block, giving the Braves the early lead, 2-1, very early here in the first set. That was just a good serve again by Richens. Hard to keep that one alive, and a good pass alive there.
Well, can't give it an ace because Bray got to that ball, but she is second on her team in aces. Oh, she leads the team with aces, 42.
Richens. Sorry, we lost volume there for a minute, but we are back. So, and now while I was away, 2 quick points by the Braves, so now they are up 4-1 with Richens still at the service line. Serves it across to Argyle, to Cornea. Peterson just gets it over. It is set up for Murdoch again. A good pass up front by Smith. Pugmire will get it across, and the Braves will set up Murdoch again, who just tips it over. Good play there as our front line had been coming hard up to the net, and she just tips it over. And we still have Heartland Richens at the service line, Rob.
Yeah, here's a 5-0 run. We don't need that, Bradley. Now there you go.
Luckily, this one does go into the net to give the Rebels the ball back and try to have a run of our own as we are down 2-5 here early on in the first set. And Ray Pugmire will be back serving left to right to the Braves. Gets a good serve across, but that is a good pass by the Braves as number 9, Ellie Stevens, gets it across. The Rebels keeping it alive as Peterson tips it over to Murdoch. Outside to Richens. Good pass there by Argyle to Cornea. Peterson cross court, and that is handled by the Braves once again. Cornea sets up Weston on the outside, just out of bounds. Braves find themselves up 6-2 here in the first set with number 10, Hazelyn Murdoch. Initially she was serving. So what happened there, Rob?
I'm not sure what happened, but they're giving the point to the Rebels.
So I'm sure we have some viewers who realize
maybe that was tipped.
It may have been tipped. Regardless, Rebels with the point and the serve here as they get it outside to Vernon. Good hit there, but a good pass up front to Cornea to Peterson, and that is in. Great hit there. Great ball placement by Peterson just to keep it inside here. Rebels having a run of their own here, now just down 1. And this will be Bray continuing at the service line from left to right. And she into the net, so that will give the Braves a 2-point lead once again, up 6-4. So Murdoch now will go back to the service line to serve over across to the Rebels, right to left. She puts the serve right into the net. Good timing for the Rebels to get the ball back here, now just down 1. 6-5 for the Braves, but the Rebels now are at the service line with Pugmire coming in.
I'm not sure what the scoreboard's doing because I've got the same way you do, Bradley.
Yeah, the scoreboard's showing 7-5, but I'm pretty sure it's 6-5 in favor of the Braves. As they will now, Vernon just tips it across. Great dig by Pugmire, but we could not keep it alive long enough. Now it should be 7-5 in favor of the Braves. We'll see if they get a scoreboard to sync up with us. But number 6, Kate Smith, to serve across to the Rebels. Smith gets a pass up to Cornea, who sets up Chasley on the outside. That is blocked by the Braves. Kept alive by Weston. Great dig there as Chasley tries again to get it across, and that will be, is that into the net, Rob?
Yep.
In the net by the Braves. So now the Rebels just down 1, 7-6. This is probably the fullest I've seen our student body, Rob. That will definitely help and play a role in this game as Smith serves across. Great serve. That is not handled by the Braves. Level this one at 7. Great serve there by Paige, just over the net, right to the outside.
She was one of the leaders in aces last year on the team, so.
Here she goes again, try to go on a run here. She gets it across. Once again, not handled by the Braves as that goes out of bounds. The Rebels taking their second lead from being up 1-0. Now they are up 8-7 here in this match. Paige serves it across. This time it is kept alive by the Braves. Big hit by Addie Pace, but that is well out of bounds. Rebels now with a 2-point lead here in the first set. And Rob, again, I'm pretty sure our score is correct compared to the scoreboard in here.
Thought so too.
Scoreboard in the gym showing 9-8. We've got 9-7. We'll see if that gets reconciled at some point. Paige, another good serve. Braves put it across. Pugmire keeps it alive to Cornea, to Hatch, and she keeps it in. 10-7, and North Summit wants a timeout. Great run there by the Rebels. When we come back, we'll see what the score actually is. The scoreboard in here shows 10-8. We've got 10-7. Regardless, Rebels up here in the first set. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
We are back here. Very competitive match ahead of us as the Rebels find themselves up 10-7. As Smith serves it across, just one hit, puts it back over to the Rebels, to Levitt, to Cornea, to Hatch. Will that be handled? Great effort there by Richens to keep it alive. As Cornea sets up Hatch again, she will just tip it over, and I believe that's in bounds. 11-7 for the Rebels. We have got momentum here. And we are no longer early in the first set. We are right in the middle of this first set. Page continues to serve great from that back line. North Summit trying to get something going here as they serve it across. Now Levitt puts it across. Set up on the outside to Richens. Good strong hit, and the Rebel front not able to handle that. They did get a piece of it, but then it did fall directly to the floor.
Was that Richens or Vernon on that one?
That was that was Richens.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. Harlan Richens with the hit there. Served across. Cornea sets up Hatch, who goes cross court. That is put back up by North Summit outside to Richens, but it is into the net. A point for the Rebels. Rebels up 12-8 as Cornea will serve left to right to the Braves. Braves put that back up to the front. They set up a big hit, but the Rebels catch a piece of it. Cornea up to Levitt on the outside. North Summit able to answer and put that back across to Richens, but that is a big hit again and out of bounds on North Summit. Rebels extending this lead. I'm going to reconcile our score, I guess, with the scoreboard in here, as it is now 13-9 for the Rebels. Cornea serves across to North Summit. So North Summit set up a big hit for Ellie Stevens, and that was just in bounds.
That
was a tough one to return. Yep,
she's only a sophomore. She's listed at 5'10".
And she's every bit of it, and she is good. And now number 9, Ellie Stevens, will go back to serve. Good pass by Molly up to Cornea to Levitt, who gets a kill right there, right in the middle of the North Summit defense. Rob, our girls have come to play tonight.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about in the pregame. You need Chasley and Molly, who have both got kills so far, to help on that front line.
Cassie Argyle back to serve, trying to extend this 4-point lead. She gets it across to North Summit. They set up Murdoch on the outside, a good hit. Our blockers did block it, but it falls on the Rich side. North Summit cutting that lead to 3 now as number 9, Ellie Stevens, checks back into the game, and number 8, Addie Pace, will be back to serve for North Summit. And she serves from right to left. Smith gets it up to Cornea, who jumps a little bit too early and loses her vertical there. And in favor of North Summit as they are now down just to 14-12 here in the first set. Pace is back to serve once again to Smith, to Cornea, and now Argyle will send it over. North Summit looking to set something up here. 1-2, and on the third hit, it is out of bounds. Rob, so North Summit has no lack of power when they hit it. Fortunate for us, most have been out so far with all that power.
I'm wondering if they're used to having somebody up there for the block.
That's true. As Hatch serves it across, North Summit keeps it alive to the outside to Richens, and she is powerful once again, giving North Summit a point. The Rebels up 15-13, just hoping to stay ahead here as North Summit is trying to claw their back way up to the lead. Richens serves it to Weston, who gets it in front to Cornea, outside to Pugmire. That is a winning recipe for the Rebels so far this season, and again it is there, 16-13 for the Lady Rebels, as Bray, following that kill, will now go back and try to get some aces.
It's always nice to see a Pugmire at the service line.
Yep, does not hurt one bit as Bray sets the serve. Good serve, left to right. North Summit does handle that. outside to Rich, and she just tips it over.
That's Vernon.
That was Vernon, excuse me, number 4. Yep, that was number 4, Quincy Vernon. Smart play there, as we were definitely expecting a hard kill, and she just tips it over our fingertips for the point, as Hazelyn Murdoch will now serve across to the Rebels. She gets it to Smith, up front to Cornea, outside setting up Weston. Weston with a good strong hit, but that is blocked and then tipped by North Summit. And once again, number 9, Ellie Stevens, playing big at that middle blocker position.
She doesn't have to jump much at 5'10". It's pretty much just a push down.
Yep. People like her, volleyball, you are meant to play volleyball for sure. Currently serving was number 10, Hazelyn Murdoch. Once again, Rebels trying to keep it alive despite their best efforts. After a couple of hits, it does go out of bounds. And we are locked in 16-16 here midway through the first set. Murdoch back to the service line once again as she serves across. And that is out, just out on North Summit to give Rebels the point, 17-16. That was close, Rob. Very close.
That was. And Tyla Pugmire going to the service line.
Yep, Tyla and Chasley have both subbed in on this rotation. Pugmire, she gets it across to North Summit, who sets it up on the outside to Stevens. Great effort there by Bray Pugmire after that hard Stevens hit, but it does go into the net. We are now tied again at 17.
That is deadly.
Yeah, that was a tough one to return there. As number 6, Kate Smith, back to serve for North Summit. Puts a lot of air under it. Weston able to pass up to Cornea, to Peterson, just over the net. North Summit does handle it okay, and they put it back to the Rebels, to Smith, to Cornea. Pugmire tries to get it across from the back row, but that is into the net. North Summit now takes that lead 18-17. They have not had the lead for quite a while, but they just retake it now. Smith serves again to Weston. Up to Cornea, who just tips it over. It was a good idea. Backside set and just out of bounds. North Summit now 19-17. You don't want to give them momentum here, Rob, as they are getting near that 20 mark. Weston puts it up to Peterson, to Cornea. Now North Summit will be set up again, and that is to Stevens. Wow, Stevens right in the middle there. Puts it down hard again, and the Rebels are not able
We've got to go timeout.
to put it back up, and I believe we will. So Coach Wasden wants timeout to talk about it. We're going to go to break. Very competitive match here between the Rich High Rebels and the North Summit Braves. This is a T7 propane production of Lady Rebel Volleyball. Online at MoyaLocalRadio.com and listening on 98.3 KDQ FM.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
We are back here as the Rebels try to even this thing up again, as North Summit has a bit of momentum the last few serves, and that is just what the doctor ordered for the Rebels, as that potential kill goes out of bounds, giving the Rebels the ball back with Smith at the service line. This is great timing as the Rebels try to climb back. Just over the line there. Page with a good serve, but it just over the line as North Summit takes another point, 21-18 currently. And it will be number 1, Sydney Kinnear. We've not seen her serve yet. She gets it across to Weston, to Cornea, setting up, Hatch in the middle. Great job, just off the fingertips of North Summit. Point for Rich, 21-19 for North Summit. Cornea to serve left to right, and she does. A short serve that North Summit keeps alive. Ellie Stevens once again puts it right at that middle blocker for Rich. Doesn't matter, goes right to the ground. She's been impressive so far in this first set.
And going back to the service line.
Yep, Stevens back to the service line, serving right to the left to the Rebels. Just over the net. Weston, a great pass up to Cornea. Outside to Pugmire, and that is out.
Oh, that was close.
That was close. And Coach Wasden's going to take another timeout here. So, Rob, I think the important thing is here, I mean, we've got our backs against the wall here in the first set, but you cannot lay down even if we don't get this first set.
Yeah, you got to keep that same intensity all throughout the match. And the Rebels have come out to fight, that's for sure.
Yep, the Rebels are, like I say, for the past month, even with a winless Richfield tournament last weekend, very competitive the whole time against those bigger schools. You got to think that the Rebels have to have a lot of confidence going into state, a good kind of confidence, just knowing that they can play with anyone. They played with Penguich down at Richfield, very tight, especially in that second
set. And there were several of them that were 27-25 or 26-24 in some of those other matches that they lost.
So Stevens back to serve, definitely something Rebels don't want to hear. She's a great server as well, and she will serve it across to the Rebels, out of bounds. Rebels, they still have life as they find themselves down 23-20, trying to keep the Braves from getting 2 more points to close out this set as Cassie Argyle goes back to serve left to right here. And she does so. Smith gets it up outside to Richens, and that is out of bounds. They set up Richens nicely on the outside, but fortunate for the Rebels, it is out of bounds. And Cassie will go back again to the service line. She serves across. Caught by Richens. Put up again to Murdoch, and she puts it to the outside, and that is in. I thought that was out.
Yeah, and so did everybody else.
So now the Rebels are up 24, or the Braves are up 24-21. Set point coming here. North Summit serves across to Smith, to Cornea, outside to Pugmire, trying to keep things alive. North Summit puts it up in the air again. Murdoch from the middle just tips it over. Hatch sends it back over. Now Cornea to Smith, to Pugmire in the front. She sets it across court. And now they have set up. They set up Richens on the outside. That was blocked by the Rebels. Now back to North Summit. Oh, North Summit just sets it over. Very sneaky move by that setter. Just puts it over the middle of the Rebels and hits the ground. They will take this one 25-21. We're going to go to break here. This is a T7 Propane production of Rich High Lady Rebel Volleyball, online at mylocalradio.com and on the radio at 98.3 KDQ FM.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today.
Randolph Medical Clinic is known for comfortably treating acute and chronic conditions as well as mental health. Nurse practitioner Nancy Weston is known for providing compassionate care. Appointments can be made by texting 435-200-5416. Randolph Medical Clinic.
We are back here as I reset our score. And Rob, we've got some pink night festivities going on here at midcourt at the net. I'm not talking because I have zero idea what's going on.
Well, I think this is a variation of Hungry Hungry Hippo with the
with a bunch of teenage boys. Let's see how this goes.
This is in cowboy boots, no bet.
Oh boy, how many concussions are we going to see, Rob?
I don't know.
Oh, at least one.
At least 4.
So, Rob, we are about to start a second set here. What do you think? What is your advice to the Lady Rebels to keep this one? We got to get this second set. North Summit's too good to let them win 2 straight sets and try to keep this one alive.
Well, the good thing is you only had 2 service errors, but there were 7 unforced errors. Other than that, the thing that kept the Lady Rebels alive a little bit were 9 unforced errors, including 4 service errors from the Braves. I think you've got to find some sort of solution for Stevens up front. She had 5 kills, which is, I think, the key to that first set. So I'm not sure who you throw up there in front of her, but that's probably something you've got to look at.
Yes, Ellie Stevens, definitely an absolute problem for the Rebels so far, as the Rebels just have not had an answer for her. But if we can figure out how to maintain her, obviously she's going to be productive tonight. That's just out of respect to her and the player she is. But the Rebels just need to really try to limit her production there at the front line. As we continue the festivities tonight, we're going to go to break. This is a production of Lady Rebel Volleyball online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KDQ FM.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today, 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Rob, we're currently watching 2 of our football players get ripped in half.
Yeah, well, it's not like Wilkes Weston didn't have an injury earlier in the year, but I think the win should go to Dylan Wasden because he didn't make it outside the circle.
Did you hear who they gave the win to?
No.
Well, we hold our breath just waiting to see who won that one.
Teresa, did you see who won?
Okay, so we are back. We'll see if we have another one of those in between sets. So number 7 for the Braves, Harlan Richens, back at the service line, serving right to left for the Braves.
A Richens from North Summit, really?
Yeah,
the only,
isn't it?
Yeah, the only surprise I saw was there's only one on the roster. So
that is true. To have just one Richens on the roster this year. No, there's 2. There's an Olivia Richens as well,
there you
number
go.
11. So
okay, just not in the varsity lineup, looks like. I feel much better.
That's right. Yep, I remember one year North Summit came here in basketball, and there was like 5 Richens on the team, and they were dang good that year. So Richens serves right to left. Put up by Smith to Cornea. Hatch gets it across, and it goes out of bounds. Hatch has been big tonight.
She has. We talked about you needed somebody else on that front line. It's been her so far. That's her 4th kill.
And she's just had a lot of touch on her ball. She's not killing it downwards, but it is being put just off the fingertips of the Braves each time, which has been huge so far. Hatch serves across. Richens keeps it alive. Outside to Vernon. Cornea. Outside to Pugmire. Great kill by Bray as the Rebels go up 2-0 here. Great start for the Rebels as Hatch goes back to the service line, trying to go on a run here. Hatch serves it across to Richens. Outside to Vernon, and that is a block. I believe that was Molly Weston with the block there, and it could not come at a better time as the Rebels now go up 3-0. Once again, Rob, North Summit's going to get hot, but we just hope to have a big lead when that happens, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hatch serving left to right, gets it over to Richens, who sets up Murdoch, and that is blocked again by the Rebels, that time by Bray Pugmire. Vernon just sets it across to Argyle, to Cornea. Bray trying to get a kill, and it is a pass kept alive by Vernon, and across to the Rebels, to Cornea, setting up Pugmire again, who just tips it, and that is blocked by the awaiting front line for the Braves. The block there by number 10, Hazelyn Murdoch, and she will go back to the service line now. So Murdoch back to serve, right to left. She gets it to Argyle, up front to Cornea, backside to Peterson, kept alive by North Summit once again, to Smith, to Cornea, outside to Bray, And that is set up by North Summit once again, who gets it to the outside to Vernon. Over to Cornea, to Smith. Outside to Weston, who just tips it over to Murdoch, to Smith. And there's Vernon again, and there is Stevens again.
That's Stevens for her sixth kill of the match.
We were there for the block, right off her hands and out of bounds. 3-2 in favor of the Rebels, as Murdoch will serve right to left. And she does so, and that is in, an ace for North Summit. We ducked our head thinking it was out, and it just was in.
First one of the match on either side.
That's a pretty crazy stat.
That's her 41st of the year. She's second on the team in aces.
So Murdoch looks to do it again. She serves across to the Rebels, lightly this time, as Argyle puts it up to Cornea. Smith hitting it from the back row, and North Summit keeps it in the air. And Vernon puts it over, but we block it this time. Good block by Peterson, and Weston tips it over. But now North Summit gets it over, and that is tipped by the Rebels and out of bounds. So North Summit will take the lead now, 4-3. Had my hopes up there as it went out of bounds, but that was tipped by that front line for the Rebels. Murdoch still back at the service line, looking to extend this lead for the Braves. Murdoch, very tough serve to return as that dropped right in front of our back row.
Now that ties her with Heartland Richards for 42 aces on the team.
And this is, if you're the Rebels, you do not want to run like this. So
Nope.
the faster you can stop this, the better. As Murdoch does serve it out of bounds. As I say, we needed to stop the momentum, and there it was. Rebels now just down one, 5-4 for North Summit, as Bray will go back to serve left to right to the Braves. She gets it across, good serve. Puts up by North Summit. Stevens puts it over to Smith. Up front to Cornea. Kept it in the middle to Peterson. North Summit keeps it alive. Stevens hits it over. We try to keep it alive. Great effort there. Wow. But it does go out of bounds. So what happened there was Stevens hard hit. We put it very high in the air. We kept it alive, but initially put it over and out of bounds. So North Summit does gain that point there, going up to 6-4. Served across to Smith. Up front to Cornea. I apologize there on sound, but Richens did get it on the outside. A kill for Richens, and it is now 7-4 for North Summit. So Smith serves it across to the Rebels. Great dig there by Smith, but it does put it just over to North Summit again, setting them up for a mean kill by, was that Vernon again?
Addie Stevens again.
Addie Stevens again. Stevens has just been so tough tonight. And once again, as Rob noted earlier, just a sophomore. Tough player. Smith serves it across to Weston, to Cornea, who sets up Weston again on the outside, and that is just tipped by North Summit to set up Stevens to put it across again. Pugmire to Peterson. It is still kept alive by North Summit as Richens just tips it over to Pugmire, to Cornea, and Weston will get it over to Murdoch. Smith setting up Stevens, who just tips it over. Weston keeps it alive, but it'll be hitting the floor, giving a point to the Rebels. And
good time for a timeout.
Yep, Coach Wasden's going to want to talk about it with her girls. We're going to go to break here. This is a T7 production of Lady Rebel Volleyball, online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KDQ FM.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We are back, and Rob, what have you been seeing so far in this set?
Well, the Rebels
game.
I see the Rebels playing up to the competition in North Summit because they are an excellent team.
Yep, we are giving all we have. We're giving a good fight as North Summit tips it over to Argyle, to Cornea, to the outside to Weston. That is blocked by that big front for North Summit, and it does stay in bounds, so that will give the Braves a 10-4 lead. Serving across right to left to Weston, up front to Cornea. And Peterson from the middle hits it over again, keeping it alive. And Weston, we are just trying to get a look here as Pugmire puts it to Cornea. Weston tips it over. Now they will set up Stevens on the outside. Bray, great dig to keep it alive to Cornea. Then to Argyle across. Richens up front to Smith. And then Stevens with a tip right at the net. Rebels will keep it going. Great effort on both sides right now as they get it on the outside. That was number 8, Addie Pace, who finally on the outside for North Summit gets it to hit the floor as North Summit on a big run here.
6-0 run.
6-0 run for the Braves. Smith gets it across to Smith to Cornea to Weston. Now North Summit trying to set something up as Stevens hits it, and that just tips. That was Murdoch, sorry. Murdoch just tips the top of the net as it falls to the floor. Everything going right for the Braves right now as they are now on a 7-0 run.
That's short.
Smith serves it into the net, luckily for the Rebels, to give the Rebels a point and hopefully go on a run now here as Pugmire will go back to the service line in hopes of a run being created here midway through the second set as the Rebels find themselves down 12-5. Pugmire gets it across to Richens. Stevens gets it across. Rebels put it across on a tip, and now they're setting up Stevens on the outside. Sorry, that was Vernon on the outside. A lot going on here at the net as it is a battle back and forth. North Summit keeps it alive as the Rebels thought they had a point there. Cornea sets up Pugmire on the outside. Once again, put it in the air by the Braves. They set up Stevens, and she just gets it over as it hits the floor.
That's good court vision right there.
Yeah, it seems like the Braves are locked in right now, Rob. They, like I say, if you're the Rebels, you really don't want to give them this set, as going into a third set down 2-0 is going to be a tough task for the Rebels. As Kinnear sets it across, Cornea just tips it, gets it across, and now Richens on the outside hits the net, comes back down. North Summit tries to keep it alive, but it goes out of bounds. Rebels down 13-6 here in the second set as Smith Page will go back to serve left to right for the Rebels. Page, one of our better servers here, trying to get something going here as Smith sets up Stevens in the middle, and that will go outside. That is out for right at the student body. Gives the Rebels a point, 13-7, as Page goes back to try to keep this thing going. She gets it across to Kinnear, up to Smith, who sets up Richens. That is blocked initially by Hatch, but not able to get back up for the Rebels. Giving a point to the Braves as Ellie Stevens, who has been great tonight, going back to the service line. Serving right to left. Good serve. Good pass by Pugmire up to Cornea, who sets up Levitt on the outside. Good hit, but a good dig by Stevens. Over to the Rebels. Levitt going to try it again, but it is into the net. So, Rob, we have a handful of sophomores on both sides going to battle right now.
Yes, we do. This good view of the future.
As Stevens serves it once again over to the Rebels, this time to Page, who puts it up to Cornea. Keeps in the middle to Hatch. North Summit puts it up again, sets up Richens to the outside, and that is in. Textbook hit there as that hit that back corner. Good
right
kill there for
in front
Richens.
of Tyler Pugmire, the line judge.
Yep, he didn't have to think much on that one. It dropped right in front of him. Ellie Stevens back to serve once again, right to left. Molly puts it up to Cornea, outside to Levitt. Good hits, but good kills by, or good digs by North Summit.
That's a lift.
So we have a lift here on the Rebels. And those are things you definitely don't want going on right now. And Stevens continues to serve as the Rebels are trying to stop this momentum. Stevens across to Smith.
Yeah, I think it's time for a timeout.
Yep, tough ask for Cornea to get there as she dove and gave her all to try to get that ball back up. It is now 18-7 for North Summit. Stevens serves across to Weston, up to Cornea, who sets up Levitt on the outside. That is blocked, but put up again by Levitt. North Summit just with some great court vision, but great hustle by the Rebels to keep it alive as Smith sets up Richens on the outside, who tips it to the back corner. Pugmire trying to keep that thing alive there just off her fingertips as it goes down there. And North Summit now with a 19-7 commanding lead here in the second set. We're going to go to break. We'll be back after this.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We're back, and Rob, the happiest thing that's happened so far in this set is the happy birthday song to cheerleading coach Tristan Argyle. Happy birthday, Tristan. Let's see if that'll give us that needed momentum to get going here in the second set. As Ellie Stevens back to serve, right to left for North Summit. I'll go back to Bray, up front to Tess, who will set up Hatch. She gets it to that back corner. Great placement there by Hatch. Once again, Rob, she's been pretty solid today.
Yep, her fifth kill of the match.
Just great ball placement. Yep. So Tess will be back at the service line, trying to get things going for the Rebels here as they are down 19-8 in the second set. Tess gets it across to North Summit. Smith sets up Murdoch. Weston tries to handle that, but that had velocity on it, and North Summit now up 20-8 in the second set.
And you're seeing the advantage of those multiple attacks on that front line.
Absolutely.
As
a lot
Murdoch,
of weapons.
That's her fifth kill of the match.
So Pace serves it to Weston, to Cornea, who sets up Levitt, who gets one to hit. Good kill there by Chasley, as she now is subbed out in this rotation for Cassie Argyle, who will go back and serve. Great kill there by Chasley. She's been getting it to the right spots and finally got one to hit the floor. So Cassie serving left to right. Oh, I was hoping that would just get over the net, but it does not. A service error for the Rebels will give the ball back to North Summit, who now leads 21-9 with Heartland Richens going back to serve. Good jump serve across to Smith, who sets it up to Cornea, who sets for Pugmire, and that will be out of bounds, not tipped. 22-9 now for the Braves. Rebels just trying for all their worth to get some points on the board before this set gets closed out. Richens just gets it over, and the Rebels fighting at the net. It is tough when you're at the net against these Lady Braves. They've got a lot of height, good ball placement as Richens, again, goes back to serve here. And that is out of bounds. So Richens changed it up. First time she had it drop short of the back row. The next time she tried for that back corner, it just goes out of bounds, giving the ball back to the Rebels.
Which shows you the quality of the players when they can do that.
Yep. It's like in baseball, placing where you hit it. Murdoch is set out on the outside, and that is in once again.
Her fourth kill of this set.
So we have a set point coming here for the Braves as Haslin Murdoch will go back to serve to the Rebels, who are down 24-10 here. Murdoch serves it across to Weston, to Cornea, to Pugmire. Smith gets it up to Stevens, over to Smith, to Cornea, to the middle for Peterson. Gets a good hit, but that is still kept alive by the Braves. Page setting up Molly on the outside. Murdoch gets it up to Smith, to Stevens. Argyle tries to keep that one alive, but a tough Stevens hit once again, and that will give North Summit the second set and up 2-0 here at Rich High School. We're going to go to a break here. This is a T7 production of Lady Rebel Volleyball. We'll be back with the Bear Lake Fan Cam after this.
Supporting local schools, Eddie and Todd Jensen, owners of Mound Valley Cattle Company, know when it comes to buying and selling cattle, you count on the best. Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. 208-339-0614. That's 208-339-0614.
Hey, it's Hunter here with Les Schwab. Just want to let you know we have America's Best Tire Warranty. It's now available at all Les Schwab Tire Centers. It includes our no-hassle road hazard protection, free tire maintenance, and a 60-day ride satisfaction guarantee included for free. Come visit us at Les Schwab Tire Centers today at 157 Bear River Drive in Evanston.
Reach a dedicated hometown, regional, and worldwide audience. Dive into the action with My Local Rodeo. Our high school rodeo broadcasts are the heart of the community, drawing families and fans who love to support local businesses. From prime advertising spots to exclusive sponsorships, your businesses can shine in the spotlight. Don't miss out. Contact us today and saddle up for an unbeatable advertising opportunity. My Local Rodeo, where your business becomes part of the excitement.
And now a message from the experts at Bear Lake Realty.
Welcome to Water's Edge, right downtown Garden City. Beachfront condos, close to the beach, close to downtown for your renters and the owners.
Thank you to Gary McKee and Bear Lake Realty, as it is time for our Gare Bear Fan Cam, and we have a full gym full of Rich Rebels and North Summit Braves tonight. And this has been a great showing for our pink game. A great thing for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Great fundraiser for a local family. And right now, in between each set, they have a fun thing that they do. And this time, it involves the dads of the freshman volleyball players. And I'll say, Rob, it's kind of funny. This particular group, there's a lot of introverted dads out there. So with this particular group, they're a lot of shy guys. This is funny. And the one who did it is a freshman mom, so she knew exactly what she was doing.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go to break here as this is happening, but this is a T7 propane production of Lady Rebel Volleyball, online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KADQ FM.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon.
What you're seeing here is not for the faint of heart. A lot of dads really getting out there, and good job to them.
I'm not sure what
I don't know
determines the win here, Bradley.
I don't know.
Oh, I guess we gotta serve one in afterwards.
Once again, lots of fun in the name of fundraising, right?
You got it.
As both the Lady Rebels and Lady Braves trying to get locked in now for the third set.
Maybe that'll be a little bit of a distraction from the Braves.
That's right. Okay, so the Rebels here really trying to get a set under their belt here, try and avoid the sweep.
Well, in that one, only 4 kills for the Rebels, 16 for the Braves. And we saw the first 2 aces of the match. And that run in the middle of that set was a killer. It was 4-5, and the set ends at 10-25. So,
well, and what happened, Rob? It would have been really nice to get that first set. We had that run with any really experienced team like North Summit. After a little bit, you can't give them a whole lot of time, or else they're going to start to get locked in. We saw that in the second set. But the Rebels, I mean, they are fighters. We've seen that in multiple games. You think of the game at Tabiona going to 5. They have a lot of fight in them, and we're going to see it right here. Now's the time. Try to avoid the sweep. Try to extend this game as we go here into the third set.
And I think North Summit made some nice adjustments after that first set as well.
Yep, so we will see now what we have here in the third set as the Rebels will start with the ball with Hatch serving left to right. Try to get on a run to start things out here. And Hatch will serve. She gets it across to Stevens, to Smith, to Murdoch, and just off the hand of Hatch, giving the Braves the early lead, 1-0 here in the third set. Once again, this is best of 5. Rebels down 2-0 going here to the third set. Richens gets it to Weston, who pops it up to Smith. And there was a bit of a miscommunication there as both Peterson and Cornea went for it. And North Summit now is up 2-0 with Richens serving right to left for North Summit. She just tips it up. That is tough, Rob. That is a tough one to return. And she's not making a mistake. She's putting it right where she's,
She just took the lead back for the Braves on 43 aces for the year.
Richens again serves across to Argyle, to Cornea, who sets up Pugmire on the outside. Good hit by Pugmire, but kept alive by the Braves as Vernon gets it down and out in, excuse me, but that does hit the floor. North Summit now up 4-0, and this is a dangerous thing for the Rebels to give them such a lead at the beginning of the third set. Richens, a mean serve, and that is in. Wow, right down the line. North Summit now at 5-0 with Richens still back at the service line.
Padding her team aces lead.
This is a strong team, Rob. It'll be interesting to see how they do at their own state tournament in a couple weeks. Weston to Cornea to Pugmire, and that is blocked by a combination of Murdoch and Vernon on the outside, giving the Braves a 6-0 lead. Richens, just a nice light serve again. This time, Smith with a good dig that puts it back on the North Summit side and in play, and a point for the Rebels.
Sometimes it's just be pure defense.
Yep, we'll take it. Great effort there by Page to keep that alive and get the point. Bray serves it across, and that will be too much, giving the ball back to the Braves, 7-1. Murdoch will now go back to the service line, serving right to left. She serves it across, and that will be out of bounds. Is now 7-2 for North Summit as Argyle and Weston will come out. Pugmire and Levitt in as Pugmire will go back to serve, try to get us a run here. She has had the potential to do so throughout the year. Let's see if she can get a few aces here or points off serve. Smith sets up Stevens, who doesn't take much effort to just tip it back over the net. 8-2 for North Summit.
That's her 11th kill of the match.
Smith serves it across to Pugmire. Just too much to the outside on that pass. North Summit now up 9-2 as we're getting to be about midway through the third set here. Smith, a nice light serve, and Weston cannot get there. North Summit has really had success with just lightly serving it across to hit that space in between our back row and our setter. Smith serves it to Pugmire, to Cornea, who sets up Levitt on the outside. That is tipped by North Summit. Smith setting up Vernon on the outside. That is blocked by the Rebels, but then immediately out of bounds, giving North Summit another point. 11-2 here for North Summit. They're on a big run here, Rob. Smith across to Weston, to Cornea, who sets up Peterson on the outside. Blocked back to Peterson, who puts it up. Levitt serves it across. Richens to Smith, to Stevens, who tries to keep it alive. Stevens hits it again, and this time the Rebels will not get it back up as Stevens continues to be the villain across the net tonight. 12-2 in favor of the Braves. Smith serves it across to Pugmire, to Cornea on the outside to Levitt, who puts it into the net. You got to think we'd be getting a timeout here, and there it is.
There it is.
Wasden taking a timeout here We will as well. We will be back. This is a T7 Propane production of Lady Rebel Volleyball, online at mylocalradio.com and listening in at 98.3 KADQ FM.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
We are back here in the third set for the Lady Rebels as they have a very tough competition in the North Summit Braves, as Smith will serve it across to Peterson, to Cornea, back to Peterson, who, there we go. A good and much needed point as Peterson gets a nice kill there, giving the Rebels a point, now down 10, and it is 13-3 here in the third set as Page will go back to serve here. Page serving left to right, gets it across to North Summit, who sets up. That was number 8, Addie Pace, with the kill there just off the hands of the Rebels. A lot of these hits just so hard to return here for the Rebels as Sydney Kinnear goes back to serve for the Braves. And she does so as Weston gets it up to Cornea, who sets up Hatch over to Smith. And a good kill there by Richens on the outside. North Summit now up 15-3 here in the third set.
Their setter, Kate Smith's only a sophomore as well, Bradley.
Yep, we've seen a lot of good young teams this year, Rob. Cornea sets up Hatch in the middle, and that will be in. She gets it to the very back, almost to the line. Gives Rebels that point to give them the ball back, 15-4, as Cornea will now serve across to the Braves. Cornea gets it across, taking a note out of the Brave book as it is a nice soft serve right between the back row and the North Summit setter.
Nice catch by Stevens on that one.
Off the floor into her hands. Cornea serves across to North Summit. Smith sets up Pace on the outside. Pugmire keeps it alive to Cornea. Hatch gets it across to Murdoch, to Smith, setting up Richens on the outside. Tipped by the Rebels, but then hitting the floor off of Cornea's diving hand. North Summit now up 16-5 in the third set. As Stevens serves across right to left, Weston up to Cornea, outside to Pugmire. Pugmire, good kill, but put up by North Summit. Richens on the outside again, as that immediately goes to the ground. 17-5 for North Summit. And what we're seeing here is just doing what they want. It is a tough answer right now for the Rebels. Pace serves it to Smith, to Cornea, to Hatch, and that is going to be out of bounds. 18-5 for North Summit.
Different than Stevens. Richens has not got a lot of height, but she has got some hops.
Yes, she's very good. Stevens serves it across to Smith. Sets up Cornea, out to Pugmire on the outside. North Summit dives for it, but it did go out of bounds first, and that is another point for North Summit. As Stevens back to the service line, 19-5 for her side. And that is into the net. 19-6 for North Summit. And now Cassie Argyle will come in to serve, coming in for Chaisley Levitt. She will go back to try to get some momentum here for the Rebels here in the third set. Argyle serves across to Richens, up to Smith, back to Richens on the outside. That is tipped by the Rebels to Smith. Cornea setting up Pugmire on the outside, who tips it over. Now Richens again will hit from the outside. Smith, great pass to Cornea, to Pugmire again, and that is blocked by Addie Pace on the outside. North Summit now up 14 points in the third set, up 20-6. Back to serve is Jaden Kinnear. Siblings on the team. Back to Smith. Cornea setting up Hatch in the middle. It is tipped by North Summit and then tipped over again by Smith to Cornea, outside to Weston, who puts it cross court, and that is in. Good ball placement by Weston there as the Rebels get the ball back with Brindley Hatch going back to serve. A lot of ground to gain, but Rebels fighting to stay in this third set as Hatch serves left to right, and that is into the net, 21-7. Serving it into the net is sometimes so disheartening, especially in these situations when you're trying to make up a lot of ground. And Heartland Richens back to serve for North Summit. Good serve, but Argyle, great pass up to Corney, who sets up Braylon on the outside. Blocked by North Summit. Rebels keeping it alive as Peterson gets it over. Smith sets for Murdoch, and she will get it down, hitting it right at Paige Smith.
That was a nice set. Right at the right height for Murdoch by Smith.
Yep, there's some good chemistry that's been created on the North Summit side as Richens just puts it over again, right past our setter in front of our back row, now up 23-7.
Her third ace of the set.
Of the set, not even of the game, of the set. Richens serves again. Weston there that time, up to Cornea. Argyle will get it across. To Stevens, to Smith. Murdoch gets it across. Cornea sets up Peterson and is directly blocked back at her, but the Rebels keep it alive as Weston puts it across to Stevens, to Smith. Outside to Richens. Page gets it up, a good pass to Cornea, who sets up Weston, tips it over to Vernon, to Richens, and that is out. Big hit, just out of bounds, Rob.
Now they take it from the outside, they'll take it from the inside.
Bray now back at the service line. 23-8, the current score is Bray. Gets it across to Kinnear, to Smith. Now to Cornea on the rich side, to Smith, to Weston. That is just tipped on the outside. They keep it alive as Richens.
That's Vernon on that one.
Tipped. Oh, Vernon. Vernon hits on the outside and it is tipped. I apologize to the Richens and Vernon parents. I have mixed your daughters up many times tonight. Both great players, so I just keep mixing them up.
Match point right here.
Murdoch back for match point. 24-8 as she gets it across to Weston. Cornea sets up Peterson at the middle, and that is out of bounds, and that will be the match as North Summit will win 3-0 here at Rich High School. And we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back after this.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
We are back here as this one wraps up with the North Summit Braves closing out that third set 25-8 and taking this one 3-0. Rob, let's have a Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap of tonight's match.
Well, the Rebels gave it a battle in that first set and had the lead late into the set, but gave it up 21-25, and Ellie Stevens from the Braves with 5 kills on that one. In the second set, started out pretty close to begin with, but then North Summit, I think, made some nice adjustments and got on a roll. They take it 25-10 and started to clean up some of the unforced errors on the Brave side from that first set. And the third set, it was all North Summit. They take it 25-8. 13 unforced errors, when they started with 9 in the first set. So North Summit cleaned it up a lot in that second and third set.
Yeah, that will certainly be one of the obviously better teams we've seen this year. Maybe the best one we've seen all year. That's just a very well-balanced, very athletic team. While we go to break, I'm going to see where they're at in their rankings in 2A because it's got to be up there. Very impressive team. The Rebels, though, it's just a great match to have before state. We obviously are not going to see anyone of that caliber down. I mean, Penguich is obviously a very good team. But like I say, I think we've seen the best of the best tonight in terms of who's on our schedule this year. So we'll go to break after this, precision play of the game and player of the game, and then we'll give an update on what we've got in our near future on the sports calendar.
Healthy teeth and gums affect your overall health, including the mental image you have of yourself. That's just one reason that good dental care and hygiene habits should begin at a young age. Healthy teeth mean fewer sick days from school and higher self-esteem. We all want our children to be successful. Teaching them healthy dental habits at a young age with regular cleanings and dental checks is part of the answer. Dr. McKay Frankum serves patients of all ages. Call today and schedule dental appointments for your family. Dr. McKay Frankum, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
We are back with our Independent Software Solutions post-game show, and it is time for our McKay D. Frankum precision play of the game. Rob, what do you got for us?
Well, it didn't turn into a point, but I got to give a play of the game to the effort from Bray Pugmire. There was a ball going towards the back wall, and she gave 110%. She makes the play to keep the ball alive. Unfortunately, the third hit went a little bit out of bounds, but I think the play of the game that's the effort you saw from the Lady Rebels tonight. They were no quit and did the best they could, but ran into a buzzsaw and a very good North Summit team.
And that will bring us to our Crawford Trough player of the game. And Rob, we talked about just how consistent she was this game. Brindley Hatch, most of the time when she hit it, we got a point off of it. She had great ball placement. And just it's not an easy ask against a team like this to get the ball to go our way when you cross it across the net. So I thought she had a great game tonight.
I agree. And got to give a shout-out to Ellie Stevens for 11 kills and Heartland Richens for 3 aces.
Yeah, Heartland Richens, Ellie Stevens, Haslin Murdoch, they've got a great team over there. And so we'll keep an eye on them as they go to state. When you lose to teams like this, then you hope they do really well, right?
Right.
Gives you a strength of schedule, and obviously this has been a good one. And hats off to our girls for not giving up and just battling to the very end. Rob, we are now at our Woodruff Country Corner calendar update. We are winding down on the fall sports, and so what do we got coming up?
It is probably the quietest week you're going to get, Bradley, because you've got Rich High musical tryouts on Wednesday and Thursday for Freaky Friday. Mr. Woods doing auditions after school. You can see on the calendar that the high school has their Halloween activity on Thursday. Why? Because nothing else is really going on. You have the first round of the volleyball playoffs, but because of where the Lady Rebels sit in the RPI, they get a bye that first round. So it's a quiet week. The boys football team gets a bye as well. So it is a nice off week, which probably gives the nice practice time and a chance to get a few players who've got a little dings and injuries to get ready for state.
Yep, I certainly won't turn down an off week, and it's well needed for everyone, all the players, as we gear up for a busy week the following week, as it will be state volleyball, correct, and then state cross country, and the boys will have their first round game. And in terms of what we're going to be doing, we will be down at state volleyball. I believe it'll be audio only, correct?
I think we got the football game.
Okay, we'll talk on that. Yeah, I think we do have the football, and then the next day be down at state volleyball. Anyway, regardless, we will post our links, and we will make sure we are there. And thank you for all of our listeners, and we will be back in a couple weeks. We will see you then.
Go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.